What's up, Travel Tribe? Welcome back to Chatting with Travelinista. Today, we are going to have a very informal chat about some things that I have noticed in travel in 2024, because I need to know if I'm the only one that is noticing these things and what's really going on, okay? So, first up on that list, am I the only person that is noticing that passports aren't being stamped anymore? Now, if you're anything like me, you're a travel guy or a travel girly, you want your stamps. Everybody knows that we have a passport book that gets filled with stamps. It's like bragging rights. It's like the rite of passage if you are a traveler. How is anybody want to know where I said I've been, right? So here lately, matter of fact, more recently, when I traveled to London and Paris, maybe a couple weeks ago, I noticed that I did not get a stamp to London. And I think that from London, and I think it's because everything is becoming more digital. I mean, if you live in the United States, and you have a new passport as of recently, they are even giving out completely different passport books. And let me go on and give them their props. They look fabulous. They're laminated. They're very modern, and it's a very clean look opposed to the old passport books. But again, despite this need to be super techie or whatever the case may be, I know that we need it to be super techie to get us in and out of these countries faster. Run me my stamps. I need my stamps in my passport book, okay? But, Travel Tribe, a way to maybe kind of get around this, or something that I've also noticed while they're not giving out the stamps while you're coming into the country, they are giving stamps when you're departing. So let me know in the comments, hit me up, let me know if you're noticing that we are getting these passport stamps more so on the back end. Like, for example, when I left London to travel to Paris, I received a stamp from London that said I was departing London, although I did not get one when I arrived in London. So you guys let me know what you've been noticing, because it's giving, who do I need to talk to get my stamps? Okay. Something else that I am noticing in travel here lately is a lot of canceled and delayed flights. Now I'm about to start calling some of you out because I'm not liking it. British Airways, count your days. You'll be hearing from me very soon, okay? I literally had a flight for months to go to London from BWI. It was a nonstop flight at that, okay? I have all things packed up to go. My flight was at 9 p.m. That means that I could work throughout the day. I could do what I needed to do, last minute stuff if needed, right? And I get a text, okay, at about 10:30 in the morning that says your flight has been canceled, all right? Did you really cancel my flight the day I'm supposed to leave? You really canceled my flight the day I'm supposed to leave. And the crazier part, British Airways, okay, y'all at them in the comments. The craziest thing is that you said that I was going to find out how I had been rebooked, like you guys were going to automatically rebook me for the next available flight, which would have been the right thing to do. But when I clicked the link, I was not booked for another flight, so that means that I have to play British Airways like I work for you all, but I'm not getting a check. And I have to figure out how to get myself to London around the same time. Now it gets better. Not only is my nonstop flight canceled and I have to figure out a way to get another flight, when I call, I am told there are no nonstop flights available. And in addition to me needing to have a layover on my flight, I need to leave my house immediately if I'm going to catch this plane. Count your days, British. I have not called y'all yet because I'm still trying to get over jet lag, and I want to make sure I have all my faculties about me before I give y'all a phone call for y'all to run me back some of my coins, because you're not going to slap me on this overcrowded flight. Oh, I had to sit in general population. I almost fainted. That was another thing. I was supposed to be in first class with my champagne. Y'all seen the videos. Y'all know how travel needs to give it up. but I was stuck in general population, sandwiched, okay, in a 4-seat row with these commoners, okay? I love y'all. I love y'all to death. But I wanted to be in first class. I planned on going to sleep. I didn't go to sleep. Instead, I was up chatting because there were a lot of chatterboxes around me, all right? So, if you know like I know, these people are canceling flights. These airlines are canceling flights. They're canceling them on the day that you have to leave. And then to top it all off, when I sent my first email, because y'all know I was hot, I had to send an email immediately. I got an email back, American. Now I'm talking to you, American Airlines, that said, "Oh, we're so sorry to hear about this. Thanks for letting us know." If you know me, you know that laugh is a little bit psychopathish, because when I call American Airlines, y'all are going to get it. And I'm definitely going to come up with some points. I'm going to come back with some money, or maybe even both, because you all telling me that it was good for you all to know after y'all completely tore up my flight route and plans. You got nothing coming, buddy. All right, moving on. Actually, not moving on. Well, one last thing. If this is happening to you guys, make sure you do not take, "Oh, thanks for letting me know," as a resolution, because it's not a resolution. I know you guys have seen, you need to read the small print, do your research. These airlines are essentially indebted to us when they cancel a flight for reasons that they could control. That means if my flight was canceled for a mechanical, technical error on the airline's part, the airline owes me, okay? If the flight was canceled due to weather, which is considered uncontrollable circumstances, then you are not really entitled to any compensation. However, some airlines, because they have good customer service, will give you something anyway. But when it is a mechanical or technical error, which it definitely was, British Airways and American Airlines, I or you are totally due for some compensation. So do not take no for an answer. Be relentless with these people. You paid your money. There's an expectation. And when it's not delivered, come up off the coins and the points, okay? Another thing that I have noticed in travel 2024 is that these flight attendants, okay, not all of them, but a good majority of you flight attendants are being very aggressive with trying to get me to check my carry-on. And a little birdie told me that it's because you guys are overselling these flights. And a little birdie is my common sense, okay? You guys are overselling these flights, and it's obvious. And then you got yourself in a little pickle, and you want me to check my carry-on. And guess what? It's gonna always be no. I'm not doing it, because my carry-on has a very important essentials that I don't want thrown around underneath this plane. And even if I didn't have important essentials on my carry-on, or in my carry-on, I'm still gonna keep it with me, because guess what? I paid for it to be on this plane. So stop trying to force me. Stop trying to bully me, sis. I'm not checking the bag. I'm not doing it, all right? And stop overselling these planes, because you're gonna find yourself in pickle every single time. Now, for people who don't wanna be as stubborn and teach airlines a lesson like moi, there are perks to this. I have seen, and I do understand, that if you check your bags, or if you even are willing to give up your flight, because it gets to that. When they oversell, they'll ask if anyone wants to volunteer to take a later flight, which can be later in the day or sometimes even the next day. And if you're not in a rush, as you guys' travel advisor, I must say, definitely take the points or the money or the credits if you can take a later flight, because a lot of times it's worth it. Sometimes they give you enough points that you can literally take a flight to a completely different destination solely using points. And honey, the math is simple with that. You're pretty much getting a free flight. But if you don't have the ability to do so, don't let those people bully you into taking a later flight, because it's not their problem that they decided to oversell the flight. And it also is not your problem that they want you to check your bag, because they feel like they're going to run out of carry-on space. And traveling needs to hack A way to avoid being asked to, or being forced more so, to check your bag or check your carry-on bag is by making sure that you're using priority boarding, so that you're boarding first on the plane. That's when they have the most space. If it's with Southwest, obviously you have to make sure that you're checking in first, right on the money, when it's 24 hours before your flight, so that you can be first in line to, get on the plane. If it's some of the other companies that aren't like Southwest, you just want to make sure that you pay like a $15 to $30 fee to get that priority boarding. And of course, for all my persons that may be disabled or something of that nature, or if you are a parent with a young child, you have preference to get on the plane first. So just keep those things in mind, guys. All right, guys, last on the list, I have been noticing turbulence almost on every flight, whether it is a domestic flight or whether it is an international flight. Now, what I will say is the longer distance international flights, the turbulence isn't as extensive, but starting, I want to say like the end of last year and progressing throughout 2024, I cannot take a flight without turbulence. And it's giving, has the sky changed? It's giving, are the pilots really pilots? It's giving, who's flying the plane? It's giving, Jesus take the wheel. Like, I don't understand why these planes are in the sky shaking like strippers. I need y'all to calm it down. Like, calm it down, smooth it out, because every time I get on a plane, I'm hearing ding, ding, turn the seatbelt on. I'm not trying to have my seatbelt on. I'm trying to walk around, especially if you guys have heard my last episodes where I talk about the importance of moving around to get that blood circulating. Or maybe I just have to use the restroom. Or maybe I just want to take a stroll on the plane because I'm tired of looking at what's in front of me in the seat. So either way, I need you guys to make sure that if you're noticing this turbulence, like I'm noticing this turbulence, and you're a researcher or something like that, please let me know. Send me a DM, comment, tell me what's really going on, because in a minute it's going to be given. I need to speak with the pilot before I get on the plane. I need to become some kind of meteorologist to look at the weather. I need to figure something out, because the math is not mathing for me, honey. The planes are shaking, and I don't like that, all right? I did understand, or I did hear when I was doing a little bit of research myself, that it's something with global warming. I don't know. I'm not an environmental scientist. If you are, let me know. Either way, make it stop, please. Alrighty, guys. So those are the things that I have been noticing in travel lately, 2024. That's what it's given for me. If you have noticed anything, please feel free to drop it down below, comment. Please, please, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys, Travel Tribe. Until next time, peace.